Here are the key headlines. GMD CEO engages CEMAC regulators on regional financial cooperation. UBA explores agricultural financing partnership. GMD CEO hosts APWB executives at UBA House. UBA celebrates International Women's Day. UBA Business Series celebrates female leadership with Gen.W, the evolved woman. UBA UK hosts AFB Roundtable with Office for Investment. Hello everyone and welcome to our show. I'm Obina, your host for today. What a week it has been in the group. March indeed continues to shine a light on the incredible impact of women across our organization and beyond. Over the week, we celebrated our incredible women, wishing them a happy International Women's Day. The conversations and initiatives were centered around recognizing and empowering women across our bank and in the communities that we serve. From health and wellness activities internally to leadership conversations and platforms like the Gen.W Business Series and the launch of the Gen.W website, the bank continues to highlight the voices, achievements, and evolving role of women across our ecosystem. Once again, we wish you a happy International Women's Day. And now let's get right into the stories making headlines across the group this week. Group Chair Mr. Tony O. Elumelu CFR recently joined French President Emmanuel Macron and leaders of the Africa-France Impact Coalition for a dinner discussion in Paris focused on expanding opportunities for Africa's youth. During the engagement, Elumelu emphasized that Africa's greatest asset is its young population, highlighting the need for stronger partnerships that provide access to opportunity, capital, mentorship, and markets for young African entrepreneurs across the continent. He also highlighted the work of the Tony Elumelu Foundation, which since 2010 has disbursed over $100 million in seed capital to more than 24,000 entrepreneurs, while also noting that on March 22, 2026, the foundation will empower an additional 3,200 young African entrepreneurs as it continues its mission to catalyze Africa's private sector and drive inclusive economic growth. The discussion reinforced the growing importance of deeper collaboration between African institutions and global partners, including France, to accelerate entrepreneurship, innovation, and job creation across the continent. Our GMD CEO, Oliver Alauba, recently met with the governor of the Bank of Central African States, Von Sanabangi, in Yaoundé, Cameroon, and the Secretary General of the Central African Banking Commission, Marcel Ondel, in Gabon. The discussions explored ways to deepen collaborations between regulators and financial institutions, particularly in advancing the CEMAC regional payment system. The engagement also highlighted UBA's experience with PAPS, alongside exchanges on strengthening cybersecurity, fraud risk management, and regulatory compliance across the financial ecosystem. The meetings reinforced the importance of strong cooperation between regulators and banks in building resilient, secure, and well-integrated financial markets that support sustainable economic growth across the region. GMD CEO Oliver Alauba recently met with the Managing Director CEO of the Ministry of Finance Incorporated, Dr. Armstrong Ume Takang, and his team to explore a financing partnership aimed at supporting Nigeria's agricultural value chain. The discussion highlighted UBA's commitment to deploying capital into critical sectors that drive food security, productivity, and economic resilience. The engagement also reinforced the importance of strategic financing and strong partnerships in advancing Nigeria's agricultural growth and sustainable development. GMD CEO Oliver Alauba recently welcomed the newly elected executives of the Association of Professional Women Bankers, APWB, to UBA's house, led by the association's 10th chairperson, Mrs. Rafiat Oluwatoyin Onitiri. The engagement highlighted a renewed commitment to advancing professional women in Nigeria's banking sector and strengthening leadership across the industry. Discussions emphasized the critical role women continue to play, not just as participants, but as architects of the future of banking. During the meeting, the GM, CEO, reaffirmed UBA's support for the APWB's mission to drive meaningful impact through leadership, innovation, talent development, and strengthening customer trust across the financial ecosystem. UBA marked this year's International Women's Day with a series of activities designed to celebrate, support, and empower women across the bank. The celebration featured multiple initiatives focused on health, wellness, recognition, and engagement for female staff. As part of the activities, the bank organized health and wellness checkups, including body checks and cervical cancer screening, providing women with access to essential preventive care. Staff across Nigeria participated in several engaging activities throughout the week, with opportunities to win rewards such as massages, spa vouchers, and care gift boxes. The celebration reflects UBA's continued commitment to recognizing and empowering women within the organization. UBA hosted an inspiring edition of its quarterly business series themed Gen.W, the Involved Woman, at UBA House, Marina, Lagos, with a hybrid broadcast to a global audience. The session was part of UBA's International Women's Month celebrations and highlighted how African women are redefining leadership, business, and impact. The event, moderated by major personality Toby Bakare, featured panel discussions with prominent women leaders including Joyce Awoshika, Tumike Adeoye, Olufunke Davis, and Ayo Mario Esse. They shared personal experiences on challenges, growth, and evolving as impactful business leaders. Key takeaways from the discussion included the importance of self-awareness, creating one's own opportunities, setting standards, and showcasing achievements. Panelists emphasized that the evolved woman does not wait to be invited to the table, she builds her own table and brings value to it. Giving a closing remark, Group Head Brand Marketing and Corporate Communications Alero Ladipo commended the panelists and attendees and emphasized the importance of women supporting and uplifting one another. She also highlighted the bank's new Gen.W platform, a lifestyle initiative designed for the evolved woman, offering expert insights, real stories, practical resources, and access to discounted products and loans for women building brands, growing careers, and leading across industries. Through this business series, UBA continues to empower female entrepreneurs and leaders, providing a platform for mentorship, knowledge sharing, and inspiration to shape Africa's next generation of women innovators. UBA UK recently hosted the Association of Foreign Banks Private Roundtable Breakfast at our London office with Rahul Aluwalia, CEO of the Office for Investment Financial Services. The session focused on how the Office for Investment can support AFB member banks in advancing their growth ambitions in the UK and facilitate new entrants into the market. The roundtable also provided an opportunity for participants to exchange perspectives on strengthening the UK's position as a leading global financial centre. UBA UK recently hosted a trade finance webinar titled From Loans to Letters of Credit, the business case for rewiring working capital. Guest speaker Reynat Kishavan, Chief Executive of Trade Risk Consulting, shared practical insights on how businesses and lenders can move beyond traditional loans and overdrafts to use trade finance solutions more effectively. The session marks the first in a series aimed at positioning UBA as a knowledge convener, bringing subject matter experts to share practical industry insights with internal and external stakeholders. UBA Côte d'Ivoire celebrated International Women's Day with a series of engaging activities centered on inspiration, empowerment, and unity. Women across the subsidiary proudly wore the national March 8 fabric, graciously provided by management, creating a vibrant and unifying atmosphere across teams. The highlight of the celebration was a webinar led by Mrs. Pohan Odile, a psychopedagogue, on the theme Unleashing Your Potential, Female Leadership and Personal Empowerment. During the session, participants gained practical insights on building confidence, amplifying their impact, and expressing leadership in everyday lives. The day concluded with a collective break, offering colleagues a warm and convivial moment to connect and further strengthen the spirit of unity and collaboration within the institution. The third edition of the UBA Foundation National Essay Competition in the Benin Republic concluded with an award ceremony held on Friday, March 6, 2026. The event brought together the winning students, 3 of whom secured first, second, and third position, parents, and a representative of the Minister of Education and Technical and Vocational Training. Speaking at the ceremony, Charles Kone, MD CEO UBA Benin, noted that the UBA Foundation National Essay Competition continues to promote academic excellence and encourage young people to develop strong writing and critical thinking skills. For this third edition in Benin, more than 800 students from over 100 schools across the country participated, reaffirming the competition's growing impact in encouraging academic excellence among young learners. And now, before we wrap up, let's take headlines in the newspapers this week. UBA commemorates Women's Month with special edition of Business Series. E-payment transactions down 3.44% to 113.27 trillion in February, says report. CBN says 30 banks meet capital threshold, 3 undergoing verification. And that's it for this week on Inside the Den. As we continue celebrating women throughout the month of March, we recognize the many women across our UBA family who inspire excellence and progress every day. Keep leading with influence. Thanks for watching. I'm Obina Unjoku. Until next time, bye-bye.